Hello, welcome to Rainmaker Digital. My name is Amelia. In this video, I want to show you how to use a little known feature that is built into the Rainmaker platform, and it's called the column classes. And this little feature allows you to create rows of columns that when you combine them together gives you a grid-like structure. So this is where you could, for instance, if I've got on my page here, you can see that I have used it for laying out a row of products on my site, so I could repeat this row and have a nice little grid going. You could use it for videos, so if you've got a whole heap of videos that you want to show, you could create a grid-like structure. So I've got rows of two columns here underneath each other, and you can even combine these together to create like an uneven grid layout. So you can see that I've got a little video here on the side with some text there, and I'm just repeating the rows underneath it. So you could use this for a whole array of things. It's really left up to your imagination as to how you want to use it. You can use it on any page on your site as well. So you can use it on not only generic posts and pages, you could use it on landing pages, you could use it on podcast episodes, even your LMS content. And you could also use it in the custom HTML widget. So if you've got a home page that hasn't got the layout or that grid layout that you're looking for, you could embed a custom HTML widget and use this column class code to create the structure that you want on the home page, which is really, really handy. Now, the reason why I'm pointing this out as a little tip and trick is because this column classes, they are naturally responsive. So you can see at the moment on the screen, I've got a horizontal row here of the three columns. If I viewed this in a mobile device, this horizontal row would switch to a vertical layout. So rather than seeing them side by side, it would flip them so that they're underneath each other. So to give you an example, just in the browser here, if I just turn on responsive mode for Firefox, this is what the page looks like if I was browsing in a mobile phone or a smaller device, and you can see how they're now appearing underneath each other. And this happens naturally with the column classes, so you don't need to worry about adding in any funky CSS code that makes this appear in mobile devices easier. It's already done for you. So this is a really good tool for using to create the grid-like layout, but not having to worry about the responsiveness because it's already built into the platform. So in this video, I'm going to show you where that information is in the knowledge base because there's some code already there for you to use. And then I'm going to create a page and show you how you can play with that code to make these different structures that you're seeing on the page here. So first things first, let's go and find the information in the knowledge base, and in your admin area, hover over help and click on knowledge base, and this will take you to this area here. In the search area here, put in the word column, and this will bring up a set of results, and the first one will be the column classes. So you can see the content column classes there. Just click into that link. And this is going to give you an idea of what the columns will look like because there's some different ones that you can use, and there's some code that you can copy and paste to easily pop that into your content. So we've got the image here of the different classes, and we've got a 2-column, 3-column, 4-column and 6-column layout, and you can combine this together for that uneven look that's down the bottom of my example, and I'll show you how to go about doing that. And underneath here we've got the code for each of these columns. So all we need to do is grab this code and pop it into the text tab when we're creating our content. So the first one we're going to do is I'm going to show you how to create a 3-column layout, and we're going to put in an image that's going to be clickable to a product. So let's grab this entire code here, and let's now go to add new, and I'm going to create a new page. Now let's give the page a title, and I'm just going to put grid layout. And make sure you're in the text tab. So you might already be in the visual editor there. Go to text, and now we can paste that code in. Now you might want to add in your own headline there, so we can put products on offer. And we can remove any of this text here, and then we can start adding in our own content. So this is the first box, this is the second box, and this is the third box. So let's add in an image, and we're going to link that to a product. So you'll need to have the product link first. So what I might do is go to conversion, and I'm going to open this up in a brand new tab, and I'm going to hover over purchase, and I'm going to copy the URL. So this is going to copy the purchase link for this specific product. Now let's place our cursor inside the box here and click add media, and so this is where you're going to upload an image. You might already have one there, which I do, so just highlight the image you want to use, and in this link to, select custom URL, and we're going to place our product purchase link inside that field there and insert into page. So that's adding the image in there, and you can just put in the words buy now if you want to, something like that. And let's repeat the process, and I'll put in that one, and I know the product IDs here, so you'll need to go and have a look at yours. And for the third one, insert into page. Okay, so we've now created a row of 3 columns. So let's now, I might just make this full width in my layout settings. Let's click publish. And once that's saved, let's now go and have a look at that page to see how that layout's, see how it's looking. So there we go. Yes, there's probably adjustment that needs to be made, and I can go through everything, but it's going to make this video quite long. But this does now click into the different products there, and you can see if you look at the bottom of the browser on the left hand side, you can see it's now linking to a purchase link. So this will actually take us to the checkout page for one of these products. So that's one way of going about using that layout. Now the next layout I had was some videos. So this is where I'm using one column or one row of 2 columns. So back in the knowledge base, let's grab this 2-column code. And I'm just going to click, go underneath where we've just finished and paste that in there. And let's now give this a title, videos. Again, we're going to be removing that text. I mean, you can keep it there if you like to, but I'm going to be removing it. And what we're going to do now is we're going to add in a video embed. So you'll need to grab the embed code from either YouTube or Vimeo or wherever you've got your video stored. And we're going to just place that in there. So there's one of my iframe codes. And I'm just going to grab the second one and paste that in there. And I'm also going to just add in a headline for each one so that they've just got a little bit underneath it to say what the video is about. So you might have a series of videos that you're offering as a free incentive possibly, or part of your free membership site. So there we've got the one row of 2 columns. Now to add in a second column, we need to copy everything apart from that last div class equals clearfix. All this does is it just prevents or just clears the code. So all those where it's floating one on the left and one on the right, it just clears that. So when you start adding some text underneath or whatever you're going to add, it's not going to throw out the layout of your page there. I'm just going to repeat the code there just for the purposes of this video. Let's click update again. And if I now go to my page and refresh, we should now see the next grid underneath. So here's my videos, and there we go. So there's my little grid there. So now you can see that I've got 2 rows there of 2 columns, which is perfect. The next one we've got, or the last one I've got there, is an uneven grid layout. Now what I'm doing here is I'm using the 4-column layout, but I'm dividing it up into 1/4 and 3/4, which is what you can do. So just remember your maths from way back at school, and you've just got to make sure that the totals add up to a whole. So for instance, with 3 columns, you've got 1/3, 1/3, 1/3. You could have 1/3 and 2/3 and skip that last third there. So you're adding 1 and 2 equals 3. So there's your thirds making up a whole. Same with the 4 columns. So 4 columns got 1/4. It's also got 3/4 as well. So we create a 2 columns, but one of them is going to be small and one of them is going to be large. So let's grab this entire code and we'll just remove what we don't want. And underneath here, paste that in. And I'm just going to remove those other fourths just there. So that's what we want it to look like. And I'm going to turn this into 3/4. Okay, so we've got 1/4, 3/4, making a whole, and that's what we need there. And all I'm going to do is now add a video into this one. So replacing the paragraph text with a video, and then I'm going to replace the other column with this text here. So I might just pop it inside the text there. Okay, so we've got two columns there, but one of them is going to be small because it's 1/4, and the other one's going to be 3/4, so it's going to be a little bit larger. So let's click update on that, and once that's done, should be able to refresh the page and see that added in below. And there we go. So there's our little column followed by our bigger column. And again, you could grab this code. If we go back into it, you can just grab this code, everything before the clear fix, and add in more rows if you want to. And if we save that and refresh, we should then see more columns added underneath, or more rows added underneath there. Wait for the videos to show. There we go. So that is it for this video. I hope it's been helpful. As I mentioned, you can add this anywhere on your site. So you could use it in landing pages if you're using a text element. You could use it in a custom HTML widget if you want to add something like this to your home page. So that it's really limited to your imagination, I guess. I'll see you again very soon. Take care. Bye.